Hey, what is going on, guys? Yaniv here, and welcome back to another video. If you guys don't know me, again, my name is Yaniv, and in the past year and a half, I've built 2 Amazon FBA businesses to multiple 6 figures per year. But guys, that is not the point of this video. Today, I'm going to show you guys how to launch an Amazon FBA product successfully only using PPC. Even if you're not sure what PPC is or how to use it effectively. Alright guys, so that's the kind of title of this video, and my goal for this video is to teach you how you can launch your Amazon FBA product with only PPC. Guys, it is possible, and I'm going to show you guys how to do it in this video, even if you're not sure what PPC is or how to use it effectively. Alright guys, so that's the kind of title of this video, and if you guys stay until the end, I'm going to share with you guys 2 things, alright? I'll tell you about my favorite launching strategy and how it works with this PPC strategy to launch to the first page and stay there with your product, all right? And also, I'm going to show you guys a little secret at the end. I'm not going to spoil it here, but trust me, guys, it is good and it will be worth it. All right, so what is PPC? I'm aware that a lot of you guys probably don't know what PPC is, especially if you're just starting off on Amazon and you're just starting to understand. I think it's one of the least well understood things on Amazon, and it's exactly how to, what it is and how to use it effectively, right? PPC is an art form. Everything else on Amazon is kind of a, it's a formula. It's kind of a step-by-step process, but PPC is a little bit of an art, and it can make or break your business. Especially if you're really good with PPC, you're able to, do wonderful things, even with products that are not so great. So PPC stands for pay per click, and it's kind of Amazon's in-house advertising, system. And I'm going to show you guys exactly, what it is and how it works. So when you guys go on an Amazon page and you search up, let's say in this case, we're going to use my favorite example. We're going to use the barbecue gloves. And as you guys can see, what we searched up here was barbecue gloves. That is the keyword that these people were bidding on. So, for every keyword, you spend some certain amount of money, and then you can show up in the first search results. So you have it's a sponsored right there and right there. So these 2 are put above everyone else so that, more people see them, and then, therefore people buy them. But you have to pay and put money on a certain keyword to show up for those keywords when someone searches up. So I hope that makes sense. That's what Amazon's PPC is. And the goal of Amazon PPC is obviously to make money. So if it only costs me $1 to show up here for the click, and I sell it for $12.59, I'm probably making profit from that. All right. So that's essentially what PPC is and how it's done on Amazon. So I hope you guys get that. Let's get into the good stuff. So with PPC, and especially with launching and using PPC in your launch, 95% of people fail. So the majority of people, I'm going to show you guys what the majority of people do and why they fail. All right. So, basically what these courses teach you and what these videos are teaching you, it's kind of recycled the exact same thing every single video. No one can come up with the original, methods, and no one, probably has any original methods. So what they tell you is to, start an automatic campaign, 7 to 10 days at $15 per day. That's just kind of to discover some keywords. And this is a very old strategy. This is what people have been doing for a long time. After that, you want to take the good keywords from that, listing and, or from that campaign, put it into a manual campaign and, spend the $15 to $30 for that. Then after, you want to turn off your automatic campaign and let the manual run, delete the bad keywords and keep the good keywords. Now, this is a very primitive way of doing PPC. This is also a way, this is also a reason why a lot of people can't get profitable at costs, is because nowadays you have to get creative with your PPC. And this is just very uncreative and very basic. So I'm going to share with you guys again this amazing PPC strategy, not only for your PPC campaigns, but also for using it to launch and get your products to the first page. All right. So typical results from, what 99 or 95% of people do is, after a few weeks, they end up with unprofitable PPC campaigns, which is not a surprise because they're not doing anything very crazy or out of the ordinary to, get crazy or out of the ordinary results. They also waste a ton of money on PPC with the testing, and that's just, who wants to waste money, right? And then also after that, they get discouraged and blame PPC costs being too high or stop, PPC in total. And I'm sure that if you guys have, if you have an Amazon business or if you're watching this and you've tried PPC, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. You probably hit that, stage where your PPC isn't profitable and you think it's just because the PPC costs are too high. So those are the typical results for that. And I'm going to show you guys how to get around these and exactly what I do to, what I do instead. So I like to make a master list of profitable keywords and relevant keywords. So it's one thing to make a master list of just keywords that are, high volumes. We want to find keywords that are going to be profitable and relevant. Doesn't matter about the search volume. It matters about how profitable the keyword is and how relevant it is. I'm going to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about in just a little bit, so stick around for that. And also, I make money while my products are ranking. So instead of spending money while people, while you're ranking, with this actual campaign, you can be making money too. So it can end up being, this launch campaign could end up being, breaking even. You won't even lose money on your launch, which essentially is a pretty crazy thought to think about, especially when people are spending so much money on launch services that really aren't doing much for them, or, are losing tons of money on their PPC without making a dollar. So, what I'm doing instead here is I'm actually sometimes even making some money. So after my product is ranked, I use that data to make more profitable campaigns, and then it just becomes kind of a snowball campaign, snowball effect. And I'll show you guys again exactly how to do all of this. So let's enough wasting time. Let's get into the actual meat and potatoes. Let's get into the strategy. And part 1 of 6. The first thing we're going to do, right? Don't look at everything here. Just the first point. We're going to go and we're going to find profitable keywords using Jungle Scout Keyword Scout, and I'm going to find maximum of 45 keywords. Now, guys, if you don't have Jungle Scout, if you don't have a keyword software, make sure to pick up Jungle Scout. The Keyword Scout comes with the Jungle Scout web app subscription. In the link in the description, I actually went out and I got you guys a $20 discount from Jungle Scout. This is not something you can find anywhere. I made them give us a discount. So if you guys want to check that out, hit that link. It's obviously an affiliate link for me as well, but it gives you guys $20 off. So it's a win-win. All right. So hit that and pick that up. I'm going to show you guys exactly what to do. All right, so right here is Jungle Scout, and this is what we're going to use to actually get those good profitable keywords for us. And I'll explain to you guys exactly how everything works. So again, pick up Jungle Scout if you guys want it. And in this case, we're going to use barbecue gloves. So I'm going to head over to barbecue gloves, and first step in finding profitable keywords, we need to find kind of our main competitor that we're going to kind of mold our campaigns around. And the reason why we're going to do that is because we don't want to reinvent the wheel. We want to find stuff that's working, and we want to improve on it. That's basically, in essence, the kind of secret to business and kind of anything in business. And it's no different for Amazon, all right? So we're going to come in here. We're going to find, let's say, our main competitor here. Let's say we want to sell gloves like this. We're going to click on his listing. And if you guys don't know, okay, with Jungle Scout, you can either search a keyword in here to get the search volumes and stuff and the information, or you can put an ASIN, okay? So what we're going to do is every product has an ASIN. We're going to get to the title here. I'm going to put the ASIN right over here. This is how the ASIN looks like. We're going to copy and we're going to paste it into our Keyword Scout. This way we're going to know exactly what keywords this product is showing up for. So let's paste it in here and press search. All right, so as you can see, this is the product. You always want to make sure it's the right product. And right here, you'll see that we have all the information for all the keywords that this product is kind of showing up for. Barbecue gloves, heat resistant gloves, oven gloves, all this stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to export this as CSV. And it's just going to kind of give us a file to download for Excel. All right, so I don't want you guys to get too kind of scared and worried with what we're seeing on the screen here. I'm going to clean it up for you guys, and so you guys know exactly what to do as well to clean it up for your things. So, I'll show you guys I'll take away a lot of the irrelevant stuff for us. So we don't care about, column C, D, so we can hide those. Okay, so that's already cleaned up. Then we want to get rid of this one and this and these. Okay, so hide all of these. You can also delete all of this. And now it looks a lot more manageable, okay? So what we're gonna do here is, now that we have this, we can go to our second step of, the keyword research. So next step was look for, search volumes for 1,000 or higher. Now, I know a lot of the time, there are gonna be times where your product doesn't have search volumes of 1,000 or more. So if that's the case, then that's fine. In this case, there isn't that many there's a lot that are under 1,000. So we wanna pick, let's say, the top 40, 35, 40 keywords. So let's just go here and grab the first, let's say 40 keywords, okay? We're gonna copy them out. We're gonna put them right over here. So now what we wanna do is we wanna pick out only the relevant ones, only the ones that matter to us. I'm not gonna do this for everything, but I'll show you guys an explanation, okay? So for example, I just looked over here and everything seems to make sense, but sometimes you get stuff that doesn't really make sense. So for example, it could show like one of the keywords could be, for example, let's just add one. Like it could be like, I think one was like turkey fryer gloves or turkey fryer oil, okay? And this has happened to me once. It's just something completely, it's similar, but it's completely, irrelevant for our product. So just make sure to delete the ones that aren't like fully relevant for this product, right? Everything that has to do with gloves here is actually perfectly fine. So for us, this looks good. Now the next step was actually only keep the keywords out of the ones that we found that have an ease of ranking score of 50 or higher. So in this case, right, we want to look into this column. So if there's anything that's below 50, we want to remove it. So I'm looking here and I'm not seeing anything for the top 40 that looks bad. So everything looks good. There's one that's a 55, but that still matches our threshold and we want to keep that. Now, the reason we want to make sure that the ease of ranking score is, is kind of high, because the higher the ease of ranking score, the easier it is to rank on the first page of those keywords. So we don't want to pick a keyword that's going to be very competitive and very, kind of hard to rank for. We want to find the easiest ones. So right here, guys, we've just made our master list of keywords, kind of everything that we need here. Now that we're here, we want to also find the main keyword, right? The keyword that you want to actually rank for. This is a very important step. This is one that you don't want to mess up, okay? So this one you want to look at usually, okay, the first keyword up here is going to be your main keyword. The most searched, most relevant keyword. So in this case, it is barbecue gloves. Another thing you want to check is when you go to, let's say, Amazon, okay, and if you type in barbecue gloves, so if we type in barbecue gloves, we see everything here is, pretty much the product that we want to sell. They're all similar products to what we want to sell. If you are confused and you don't understand what I mean, and you search up, let's say, there's barbecue accessories. Let's just say that barbecue accessories had more searches than barbecue gloves. If we scroll down, we can see, there really, there is one product like it, but there's many others that, have nothing to do with barbecue gloves. So this is not our main keyword. We want to find our main keyword, which is the most relevant keyword to our product. Basically, when you get to the first page, you want to just see a bunch of your products or similar on the first page. I hope that makes sense, guys. I hope you guys are following along. It's not that difficult. If you guys have questions, you can leave them in the comments below. I'll be answering them. You can also join our private Facebook group, link in the description. I'll be in there kind of helping you guys out with some questions with PPC because I know it may be difficult. So join the group there and I'll answer your questions there. All right. So remember, you got to find your main keyword. It has to be the most searched and the most relevant. Okay. It can't be most searched if it's not relevant. So I think I've kind of drilled that point into the ground. So my strategy, part 2 of 6, is this is something I've, again, ran into the ground, which was you need to have good pictures, especially the first one, because that's the one that matters the most. And you need social proof, minimum 7 reviews before you, attempt to do this. Now, guys, I've done this, I've said this so many times. If you guys don't want to listen to this, at this point, it's not my problem, but this is almost the most important part. You can get everything else, not so right. If you kind of do this properly, it should still work out pretty well. Okay. If you don't have this part, everything else will fall apart. So part 3 of 6. Okay. Now we're going to talk about the actual campaigns that you need to set up for your listings, or for your listing that you're trying to launch. So you need to set up 2 campaigns, right? Between each of them, between $50 to $100 per day. Now I know that might sound like a lot, but you guys are going to be making money back from people who are buying your product, right? If you did this properly and you're putting out, keywords that people are searching that are relevant to your product, you'll be making money back, right? You're not just going to be spending money. PPC also brings money back in. So that's one thing you have to remember. It's not actually throwing away this much money. So the first campaign you want to do is one that's only going to be for your launch, okay? It's going to be only your main keyword. Literally the only thing you're going to advertise on is your main keyword. So let's say we said barbecue gloves. We're going to put on barbecue gloves in an exact match campaign. And that's the only thing that we're going to spend like $100 a day on. That's it, okay? Or $50 to $100. And the second campaign, okay, we're going to have, so that's just for the launch. As soon as the launch is over, after about 7 to 8 days, you turn it off, okay? That's not one you want to keep around. The second campaign is going to be an ongoing campaign. This is one that you're going to keep forever. This is one that's going to continuously be there. And what you're going to want to do is, this is the one you're going to want to optimize. Let me just break it down for you guys. In PPC, there's ad campaigns, which, there's going to be 2 in this situation, one for the launch and one for ongoing. All right. Then there's ad groups. In the ad groups, we're going to pick, so for the second campaign, we're going to pick and have 4 different ad groups in this point. All right, guys, stick with me because at the end, I'm going to show you something that's going to help you understand this a lot better, okay? Trust me, remember, stick until the end. It's going to be worth it. What you guys want to do is you're going to have 4 ad groups. One for an exact match, phrase match, broad match, and low bid broad match. Now, guys, I've gone through all of this stuff on the channel here, okay? I've taught this a lot of stuff, a lot of times on the channel, so you guys can go check that out if you guys want to find those. There's a lot of information out there too. And also, guys, if you just want to kind of fast track through that, I also have the Amazon FBA fast track course that's linked in the description if you guys want to check that out. Kind of explains all this stuff and obviously a lot more every step of the way on Amazon. Okay, but I'm going to explain to my best on this, video. I just don't think it's, there's an injustice if I kind of try to explain all of this to you, because the video is going to be far too long and we just don't have enough time here for me to explain everything, okay? So basically, you're going to want to have 4 ad groups, okay? And each ad group, so every one of the 4, is going to be the exact same keywords. They're going to be the keywords that we just found, okay, that we just found, and we put in separately. Those keywords you're going to copy and paste them into every single of those ad groups for exact, phrase, broad, and low bid. All right, and stay tuned. I'll have something that'll help you guys do this a lot easier. All right, so the 4th step is to let it run for 8 days. Stop, don't touch it. I know you guys are gonna wanna look at it and touch it and see it and play with it. Stop, okay? Leave the campaign to do what it needs to do and just don't touch it, okay? Because real people will start to buy and therefore you will start to rank, right? The way Amazon works is the more people buy from your keywords, the more it's gonna rank you. These are real people. They're going to buy it. You're going to make some money. It's not going to be throwing, you're not going to be throwing it away, right? But one thing you need to understand is that most likely 99% of the time or 95% of the time, this will not be a profitable campaign, all right? At first, this will not be a profitable campaign because you need to test a little bit, and then right after that, you're able to optimize it. I'm going to show you guys exactly how to optimize in this video as well, and we're going to jam pack a lot of stuff in here, but trust me, it's going to be good, all right? So just step 4, just relax. Step 5, optimize the keywords. And now I'm going to show you guys exactly how I optimize the keywords for a campaign like this, and how you can emulate it for your products as well. All right, so I have a real campaign in front of you guys here. This is a screenshot of my real campaign. This is one that came right after a launch. It was kind of very raw. All the information. This was kind of just gathering information. There's really nothing that I did here that was too special. Just let it sit for 8 days. Now, what you guys are going to notice here is that, I've already arranged it in ACoS descending. Now, ACoS just means your average cost of sale. And, if your ACoS is more than your profit margin, that's not good. So as you can see over the campaign, guys, for the 8 days, it was 42% ACoS. Now, that's pretty high. That's not crazy high, but that's pretty high. And that just means that, if my profit margin was like 38-40%, which it was for this product, 2%, I wasn't overall on this campaign, I actually lost some money, 2% of profit, which really isn't is pretty good. Okay, like I launched the product pretty well here. So basically what you guys are going to do here is when you come into here, you can have all your keywords right here. And what you need to do is you need to look at the ACoSs and you need to decide which keywords are going to be good and which keywords are going to be bad. Now, in this case, it's 167%. Okay, my bid is $1.58 per click. The suggested bid is $2. So because of this, I would just turn off this campaign. This campaign, just turn it off. It's not good. It costs you a lot more than it's going to make you. Same with this one. It has a very high ACoS. Okay, and my bid was even higher than the suggested bid. So, just not great. Even for this one, I would probably turn it off. And I'm just showing you guys these for example, and I'll show you exactly why. So everything up until probably the 70% one. So I turn this one off as well. Now, you guys are seeing the highest ACoS to the lowest. So these are the really bad ones, okay? So on the 70%, what I can do here, okay, to make this a profitable one, this is something I want to test. I'd take this and I would stop the 155 and I would put maybe a bid of, half of that. So maybe I'd put a 60 or 65 cent bid, okay? Say 60.60 cent bid. And what would happen is, let's say I divided that by 2. So what would happen is you theoretically should be getting a 30% ACoS, okay? Because if my bid is halved, the ACoS should half as well, all right? So you're obviously going to get less clicks. You're going to get less, impressions and stuff like that. People are going to see your ad less, but it's still going to be profitable. So essentially what you want to do here is just, 64%. I'd also probably lower this to about 60 and 60 cents. And I should, get that down to about 25%. And then same thing. And you can just bring your ACoSs down to, a level that you're good to have it in, right? So delete the bad ones, lower the bids until your ACoS is lower as well. So that's how you would optimize your campaigns, all right? And if you ever see a campaign that's spent a lot, but has, 0 ACoS, no ACoS at all, get rid of that one too, because that, is not making you any money, all right? So that's how you would optimize your campaign. It's not very difficult, but it just does take some time to kind of understand everything and to play around with the numbers, all right? Now, my strategy 6 of 6, the last step is to take the good keywords from that whole thing and put it into an exact match campaign and rinse and repeat the process, okay? When you're rinse and repeating, you don't need to use a $50 or $100 budget. Those are only for the launches, but you would basically just rinse and repeat the process to get more and more, kind of campaigns out. You can also run some automatic campaigns so that they can discover your, more keywords for you, more profitable keywords, which I do recommend. And that's essentially what you do. You take those good keywords that you know exactly are good and you put them into an exact match campaign. You ramp up those budgets and you'll start seeing that you're making a lot of money and not spending very much. So your A cost will be very, very low. All right. Now, there are some pros and cons to this. First, we're going to talk about the pros. The pros is you don't need a launch service to do a PPC launch like this. You're going to save money if you know what you're doing. Okay, so if you follow this, you know what you're doing, you will save money. But another pro is that you get purchases from real customers. So they're not discount hunters, and that's going to save you money on doing the coupon giveaways and stuff. And they are real customers, which means that it's going to rank you more because they're just regular people. Okay, they're just regular people that are looking for your product and they're going to buy it. So they're not, kind of discount hunters, which is a good thing. All right. Now let's talk about the cons, because there are some. Okay, there are some big cons. So no control over your sales velocity is probably the biggest one. You don't know how many people will buy. So even if you know that you need about 20 for your launch, or 20 sales a day for your launch, you don't have any way to control exactly how many people are going to buy it. And that's kind of a problem, because that's how Amazon works. It works on, how many people buy your product every single day. All right. And that's how they know to bring you to the first page or not. Another thing is you need to spend a lot of money on PPC. Can be a problem if you don't do it right. Now, like I said, you'll be making money back from your PPC, but it's a problem if you're not. If you do this wrong, you can lose money, a decent amount of money testing this kind of stuff. So like I promised at the beginning, guys, I'm going to tell you guys my PPC strategy, or rather my launching method with this PPC strategy. My favorite launching method, guys, it involves Page Oneify and this PPC strategy, right? If you guys don't know Page Oneify, it's a launch service, right? So the whole point of this video was to tell you guys how to do it without a launch service. But my personal favorite way to do a launch in 2019 is with Page Oneify, because they use this exact PPC strategy mixed with discount sales to actually get your products to the first page. Now, and I recently launched through Page Oneify and got my product to the first page for its main keyword, and now that product's making me $4,500 a month. All right, so that's that's a pretty good product, and it did pretty well. It is on the first page, and it has stayed there on the first page after I used this exact PPC strategy with Page Oneify. Now, another thing that I promised, okay, because this is not all, I promised a secret, and this is the Page Oneify sponsored ad instructions manual, guys. This is something that you only get once you actually sign up for Page Oneify. They send this to you, and they're going to show you exactly how to set up your ads, exactly what I talked about in this video, everything I talked about in this video. They're going to show you exactly step-by-step how to do it. So here it is, guys. It is literally the Page Oneify PPC instruction manual. They're going to show you, how to different types of campaigns, launching campaigns, ongoing campaigns, how to maintain your ads. And literally they'll show you step-by-step, like exactly where to click and what to do and how to do it and how much to spend. And literally you guys can see it's a long thing, but it's every single step of the process of how to set it up. And I'm very thankful for them for letting me share this with you guys, because this is going to help a lot of you guys out. Even if you don't want to use Page Oneify to launch, which obviously I do recommend, they're amazing. And out of all the launch services, I wouldn't use any other one. But if you just want to go with the PPC strategy, if you're comfortable with finding your own keywords, if you're comfortable with doing your own thing, then you can use this exact kind of PPC strategy that's in here to do the PPC only launch, which is what I just talked about in the whole video. So this will actually save you some time and help you understand exactly the details of it all. So if you guys want to pick this up, okay, absolutely for free, link in the description, head to the page that's going to take you to, just put in your email, give me your email, I need that. And then you'll be able to get this in your email, and you can use it for your actual, for your launch strategy. So it tells you absolutely everything you need to know. And I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I hope you guys are, going to try this PPC strategy for 2019. It is really cool, and I know it's gonna help a lot of you guys out. So if you guys did enjoy the video, remember to like the video. If you guys had any questions, leave them in the comments below, and consider subscribing to the channel for more awesome stuff like this video. All right, guys, I will see you very, very soon.